You'd never know what happened just by looking at it. That's what people say when they pass by 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. It's a pretty house, charming even. Nestled in a quiet neighborhood with its distinctive gambrel roof and picturesque view of the canal, it's hard to believe such a serene place became synonymous with pure terror. But step inside, and the walls practically whisper the horrors they've seen. It's not the house's fault, is it? The wood and brick, the glass and nails, none of it chose to witness the brutal slayings of an entire family. None of it asked to become a playground for forces that defy explanation. Yet for decades, the Amityville house has been the focus of a debate that blurs the line between fact and fiction, skepticism and belief. What if the most infamous haunting in America wasn't just a story? What if everything the Lutz family said, the voices, the blood oozing from the walls, the demonic pig in the window, was true? And what if the terror started long before they ever moved in? Welcome to the chilling tale of the Amityville Horror, a story that has haunted the public imagination for nearly 5 decades. It's not just about ghosts. It's about murder, a fractured family, and the lingering question, do some places become evil? Or are we, the living, just too eager to assign blame to things we can't understand? Tonight, we're diving deep into the events that turned an unassuming house into the most famous haunted home in the world. Stay with me. You'll want to leave the lights on after this one. On November 13th, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. did the unthinkable. He took a rifle and systematically murdered his entire family, his parents and his 4 siblings, as they lay in their beds. The youngest, John and Mark, were just 9 and 12 years old. The crime was shocking enough, but the details made it unbearable. All 6 family members were found lying face down, as though they'd been arranged that way. Yet no neighbors reported hearing gunshots, and no one in the house seemed to have stirred or resisted. DeFeo claimed he'd heard voices. They told him to do it. Was it insanity, drugs, or something darker? 1 year later, the house went back on the market. It was a bargain for the area, and the Lutz family couldn't resist. George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, moved in, hoping for a fresh start. What they got was a living nightmare. The Lutzes didn't even last a month. In 28 days, they fled the house, leaving behind all their belongings. Their story became a sensation, and as they recounted their experiences, the details only grew more horrifying. George Lutz, who'd never been particularly religious, claimed he started waking up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders had occurred. Cold spots appeared in rooms with no drafts. Doors slammed shut on their own. Green slime oozed from the walls and the keyholes. The family dog, a loyal, gentle creature, became agitated and refused to go near certain parts of the house. But it didn't stop there. Kathy reported feeling an unseen force touch her, as though someone, or something, was caressing her skin. One night, she woke up screaming after dreaming that her husband was transforming into a beast with glowing red eyes. And then there was the window. A window where the youngest Lutz child claimed to have seen a Jody, a demonic pig with burning red eyes staring back at her. Priests who came to bless the house were driven out, claiming to feel an oppressive, malevolent presence. One priest reportedly heard a voice command him to get out as he sprinkled holy water in the living room. Another fell gravely ill shortly after visiting. George became obsessed with the house's strange energy, spending hours by the fireplace as if hypnotized. He grew increasingly irritable and paranoid, his behavior alienating Kathy and the children. The family's relationships began to fray under the weight of the house's dark influence. And then there were the flies. Swarms of them appeared, inexplicably, even in the dead of winter. No matter how many they killed, they kept coming back, as if drawn by something rotting within the house itself. The final straw came on their 28th night. The details of what happened remain vague. The Lutzes have never fully explained why they left in such a hurry. But George described waking to the sound of a band playing in the living room. When he went to check, the furniture was moving on its own, and shadowy figures flitted across the walls. Upstairs, Kathy claimed to feel an invisible force pin her to the bed. The children screamed as unseen hands yanked their blankets away. By dawn, the Lutzes were gone, leaving behind their dream home and their nightmares. The Amityville Horror became a cultural phenomenon. Books, movies, documentaries. Everyone wanted a piece of the story. Dismissed the Lutzes as opportunists, accusing them of fabricating their tale for fame and fortune. Paranormal investigators, meanwhile, flocked to the house, claiming to detect dark, otherworldly energy within its walls. To this day, no one can say for certain what really happened at 112 Ocean Avenue. Was it all an elaborate hoax? Or did the house's bloody history awaken something that refused to rest? If you want more chilling tales like this, don't forget to subscribe. And check out our next story if you dare.